It's 1 o'clock, the top of the hour. Nobody's body. Our guest is here. Bona Kasibili, in person. Tepo Valencia Marumule. Hi, hey dear.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm awesome. Thanks for the invite. Yeah, I'm Tepo Valentina Marumule. Yeah, that's my name. I'm a entrepreneur at heart. I'm a full-time worker also. I'm part of the rainbow community, and yeah, I'm a very bubbly person inside. So, and also I'm passionate about, like the rights of the rainbow community. That's why maybe I got an invite today. So yeah, we're ready to talk about my life, my struggles, my wins, and my future. Yeah.
Oh, that's a very inspiration, because Wabona today it's Friday and we're talking about everything on a Friday. Friday today.
Yeah.
So Tepo, can you please tell us more about you? Like, take us through the journey of Tepo Valencia, right? Valentino Marumule. Can you please tell us, like, take us through your life in general?
Okay. Tepo is a young person. Even though, okay, I will say my age. I'm 36 years of age now. I'm from Kutong, Carltonville, born and bred. Raised in a humble family. Yes, very humble family. Mixed family. I didn't have both parents. It was my mom, my aunt, my uncle, my brothers, my sisters, and yeah, I grew up in Kutong most of my life. And the one thing I can say about me is that when I was born, I was very unique, in a sense that my brother, they used to tell the story. My brother thought I was a white person because I was so light, almost like an albino. So the first time he saw me, when they tell the story, they said the first time when he saw me, he went running to the streets telling his friends that, yo, so yeah, so you can imagine I grew up like people like used to stare at me because of the color, like, of my skin. Even if now you can see my hands are very light, so I almost went albino, but I didn't. I also have freckles in my face, if you can like watch me, see me close. So that's where I grew up. I went to primary school in Titiboga Primary. And yeah, we actually went to the same primary school, me and the Anzo. Yeah, me and the Anzo went to the same primary school. Titiboga Primary. Fun times we had there. I remember the first day when my mother took me to school. I was wearing these shorts, wearing hempe. Yeah, like a hempe t-shirt. Yes, back then, yeah, school uniform was fitting, like I was very chubby. So the shorts were like, they were very short. Like it was like a short. So my mom took me to school, and she was going to work that day. So she took me to school, and Kenya, all these people were there taking their kids to school. So when she arrived, she dropped me off right in front of the class where I was going. I can still feel the adrenaline even now when I'm speaking. Yes. The first day I was very scared because I could see like everybody was there with their parents. We were new. It was a new experience for me. So right there and then I saw these guys that were eventually going to be like almost like bullies. So So yeah, the first experience at school was very shocking for me.
Mm.
But then I got used to it, and then I met a friend. I made friends actually from grade 1 up until we were in the same class. I think up until grade 3 and 4. Yeah, we were in the same class. So I made a friend. I can say a shout out to him as well. His name is Pule Sulugilwe. My first actual friend in primary school. Yeah, and then we met another guy. His name, I forgot his name, but we were 3. We used to roll as 3 amigos. So yeah. So back then I didn't understand everything that was going on. I was just, comfortable in the nature of my identity and who I am and who they told me I am. Like I'm a boy, I dressed as a boy, and I didn't care about much. So after, like during those days of my primary school days, I didn't explore much about the things that I was doing. I like to play. I like watching TV, cartoons. I loved learning this language, English language. I was very interested in this language. So the other one way of me learning this language was like I used to watch a lot of television. So these cartoons that I watched, they taught me a lot of things. They taught me the vocabulary of English, how to speak it. And they taught me phrases, they taught me objects, they taught me a lot of things. So I learned most of my English from watching TV. So yeah, but yeah. So that's where I groomed myself, actually, to say the word. I was very intuitive. I liked exploring, I liked playing. I think even playing made me more interested in things. Yeah, so I love toys. So my mother was working as a domestic worker. So as we said growing up, so she used to bring me a lot of things, especially toys. I remember this one day, she was back from work and she brought a bag, like a big bag full of toys, Like this bag was full of toys. And when she arrived, I ran fast to her, Mom. And I was like, what's in the bag? And then she opened the bag. When she opened the bag, I was like, wow, yo, the toys I saw. So I took the bag and poured all the toys in the floor. And there were so many, and they were almost new, those toys. So that's when I was so excited that I invited all the kids from around my street. So we played with the toys to a point that all of the toys were stolen one by one. By who, I don't know.
Maybe the frustrations that comes after that.
I was so depressed. I didn't know what happened to those toys. Like even my mother didn't ask me a lot about those toys because there were so many, but they kept disappearing one by one.
Up until
girl, so life yaka as a boy, life yaka as a boy was very interesting. So up until then, high school, when things started to change. Ding, 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 ding. So in high school, the funny thing that happened, I didn't know this thing. There was this. I don't even want to mention their name. There was this person in my class. Okay, let me go. Okay, I'm gonna classify him as gay at that time because I never just choose that. So I think no. So I was so amazed by how, like, the personality and the way this person behaves, the way she's so gaily and all that stuff. So I didn't know how to handle him as a person go classy, mabo.
Okay.
So ne ke na le go mo tshaba to interact with him. So eventually it got to a point where we were playing together in grade 8. So I ended ne ke tshaba le go mo atumela, mabo. Ke tshaba le
What's the
gore
reason behind that?
I think ne ke tshaba the way a leng ka teng. Ne ke nagana gore as other people, ne ke nagana gore this thing ya gage as being okay, contagious. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Kante, I didn't know this is it's not contagious, and that's when I started to develop these feelings. So I didn't explore those feelings at first. I didn't understand what was going on. So to a point where we got like we went to the same class in grade 8, grade 9. So these feelings that were happening inside of me, they got so wild to a point that I even went up to him to try and understand what type of a person he is and why I saw. I understand. And no gona le this thing ya antse re tla re gola ke ya mantla le kiso re le bana. Eish.
So taba kholo e thomile ko mantlwana.
To be specific, yes. You know, growing up as a black young child, you know,
yeah.
we get to do these mantlwane things. We play house, okay. So when we play house outside ko crèche, okay, let me take you back a little bit. Ko crèche, there was nekikena crèche, and then ko gae, my I didn't want to say this. Okay, but my aunt ila qala crèche while I was 4 or 5 years old. So nekikena crèche teng ko gae. So growing up in that environment, we do like a dlala all the time. So we used to play house go crèche. So but then gape we used to play house outside of crèche. Yes, ko strateng le bana ba bang. So that's when dilo tse ngata di etsagetseng ko teng.
So by that time you didn't understand what's going on.
Yes.
You only understood how to high school.
Oh, what's going on?
Okay, now I understand.
Yes. So this thing ya go play your house, batho ba bangata le no ba tshabile go bua ka yone. Le nna no, I think it's very graphic to talk about it here on radio. So I cannot. Batho ba bangata ba itse gore mantlwane e involve a. I think they know. We all know gore involve a as bana ba banyane growing up. Ga itse gore go tsiwa eng a go dlaliwa mantlwane. So I'm not gonna go into that. So that environment, Leona played a part, and that environment actually is a lot of, it involves childhood trauma. Ya bana ba bangata bana ba bangata, they went through it, and then they became what they became because of the sometimes come mantlwane. I'm not saying mantlwane is a bad thing, but sometimes in some situations or instances so fast forward to high school, now I saw myself being interested in that person, and Moto is the same gender, so I didn't understand what was this and what's going on. So my inner self wanted to know what's going on, what is this, what's happening. So I approached this person, and then I started asking them questions. What is it that made you be this way? So because inside I'm having these feelings, and they are now becoming a storm to a point that why all this all ke bona ka le nna ke tshwana le wena mara nna nka se bue ko bathong mabo I cannot ke bue live gore kgotsagala eng mabo. So we chilled 2 years down the line I ntse ke tshaba go ba the person o leng gore ke ba mabo. So one of the days I wanted to explore sexually with another male person. What's going on here? Yes, can I kiss them? Can I, in that age of almost 16, can I sleep with them? You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, so I tried it out and I have to say I was shocked that I'm doing it, but I did it anyway. Wow. To a point after doing it, now I'm gonna ask them to come back and we must do it again. Wow. So I became a block at this person out of my life. And all that stuff. So I suppress my feelings from back then in high school up until I finished school.
So I want to finish our school year and then you ignored them.
I did. I ignored those
and then
feelings.
You continued as normal.
I continued as a straight guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that's when you started to realize again that being straight it's not
me.
It's not you.
Yeah.
So from high school up until you've reached where you are right now, you've been in this rainbow nation, right?
Yes.
Okay, how like I want to ask you this, I can think better, but I want to put it in a very correct manner.
Okay.
How did you know Jorge, this is not you? What came into you that moment?
Okay, I remember back in 2008, 2009, I was listening to the radio. Radio has been a big part of my life for like years. Even when my mother was still alive, may her soul rest in peace. She used to listen to the radio a lot. We used to listen to all these radios, not all, but mostly Lesedi and Motswedi. So as Naki Khudile, I was listening to YFM, you know. So I'm listening to YFM, they're talking about depression, coming out as a gay person, and then like they also gave out a number on that program so that you can call and ask and talk about your feelings. So I took the number while they were talking. I wrote the number down. Okay, sure. Okay, in my mind I'm thinking I'm gonna call. So I heard a lot of people talking there on the radio station, phoning in, telling people their problems and stuff. So I thought, these feelings inside of me. So I need to let them out and talk to someone. So I took the number. After listening to the program, I called. I think it was a youth service. I forgot the name. So I called the number. And then I told them that I think I'm gay. I'm attracted to other men. And I don't know how to come out. I think back then I was like 20. I think I was 20 to 21. Yeah. So I told them everything, that this is what's happening to me. This is what I wanna do. So they told me that you don't have to feel ashamed of who you are. You just have to like talk about it a lot and then share your feelings. Don't hide your feelings. Explore everything that you want to explore about yourself. This is your life, but at the end of the day. So after that talk with that, I think it's counselor. It's a counselor. So I think after that talk, that's when I decided, oh no man, I can explore. Yes, I can explore. Plus, at that time, most of the time I was alone. I didn't have any friends to go back to and talk to about what's going on. So I took the time to to really listen to what's inside me. So that's when I realized I need to come out. But I didn't come out like full. I just
can imagine how like you took every day. It was a big step for you.
It was a big step and it was a battle every day.
And talking to people you were alone, so meaning that the pressure and the feelings there. Sometimes you even battle with your feelings. Oh no man, this is not me. No, this is me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm proud of you. Oh, you come out of the closet, and then at the end of the day, you followed your heart, you followed your feelings.
Yeah.
And the direction like a radio station game is something else. It's not all about music, it's not all about the trending topics, but it's all about encourage about you to follow whatever that you want to follow.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you you called in and were listening to everything. So no, you're not you to the social media, right?
Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah.
So like with the business, I heard you are a full-time worker. Can you please tell more us what's all about the business?
Okay. I started this business thing a long time ago. So at school, I was doing this commercial subject. Hey, it's poor. Commercial subjects. So at one time in grade 9, I was awarded a certificate in economics and management sciences for the best student. That's when the bug started. Because that subject I knew kapelo. I used to have fun with it, enjoy it, and try to imagine maybe push a business one day. So but next I pay that much attention. So high school I choose the subject. Law because math math and science were not I'm not that strong on math and science. So law, I can do history and what but kelelo ya change and get a commerce or accounting or economics or business economics. Okay, I can enjoy. Even though accounting was very hard for me, the math.
What the balance sheet? What the
and totally did a whole so I struggled through them, but eventually I got my matric, pasa, business pasa, economics pasa, and took it passing hand like a math. So after that, my brother, shout out to him, Papa Nelson Makumule, Umphakathi, a takeaway business that we used to live in called Playbank back in Carltonville. So that's when the entrepreneurial bug bit. But before that, the business because most of the time I would find myself the newspaper, business articles, all I'm interested is business. Look on like support the business. Where I know how I'm more. The small business can support. I go to things there who push you but to push business good. So I think it was back in 2008 we opened a takeaway business. So I'm for all the authority to do everything. I came up with the name, I came up with the slogan. I was doing everything from that shop. So fast forward from 2017, on my own again, I opened up a takeaway business. I'm a full-time worker, so I started working for the company that I'm working for in 2014. So it's been 10 years now. So during that time while I was working, the idea came about from a friend that we should start selling something in our location. So obviously the first choice was food. So we started selling Maotwana. And then from there we saw that Maotwana atamai arekisa. So we took this thing seriously, me and him. We stocked, we sold, we saw that money was coming in. So you know, as people, we na le diqabano, yabo? So my friend and I, re qabana, and then I decide gore ene onka short left.
And then I said,